Today, boys, is a very special and unique video. Today we're checking out my 1978 Gibson Les Paul Custom. Let's get into it, boys. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. Today's gonna be a good one. I just have to say thank you so much for your continued support, guys. It really means the world to me. I try my very best to let each and every one of you know how much it means to me, and I do not take your support lightly or for granted. So thank you, guys. Today's video, guys, again, checking out the Gibson Les Paul Custom. So now, the story behind this guitar is I found it on reverb.com for a really obscurely cheap, if that's even a correct terminology, almost to the fact where I thought it might have been a counterfeit and not a real Gibson. But upon talking to the gentleman, took a shot in the dark, purchased it, and upon looking it over and then talking to Gibson themselves, I can verify that this is a real, authentic 1978, all original Gibson Les Paul Custom. Bought it from a gentleman who is based out of the Virginia area. He is the second owner, I do believe. He purchased from somebody who had this guitar all the way through the early 80s, and then he sold it to him, threw it up on Reverb. Now I am the third person to have it in his or her possession, and I will be the last one, that's for sure. So the specs of this guitar, quick rundown again, all original. Even the frets themselves, they're very low, but you can see on the binding itself, Gibson has that binding that goes over the actual frets a little bit. That's all still there, and when you get it refretted, most luthiers will remove that. But as you can see, still there. So original frets, original pickups, original pots, original hardware. As you can see, the hardware is rather corroded and kind of gross, but it's kind of cool. Original Gibson tuners. One thing I did notice with this guitar is I didn't see the USA stamp, but if you look very closely, it is there. I mean, I'll try my best to show it. You know, it is there. It's just very faint, but it is there. That was the biggest thing for me deciding whether or not it was real or not, but the Made in the USA stamp is there. And you can see the serial number there, July 31st, 1978. So yeah, for the song, it is in drop B. I'm going to keep it in drop B just for the demo of this song, then I'll throw it right up into standard probably and use it in standard for a little bit. But using my Axe-Fx, it's the most analog piece of gear that I have in my studio, running right into my Focusrite 8 Claret Pre's. Superior Drummer 3 is the drum tones using the gent style, as you'll see here in a second. And Dark Glass Ultra is the bass tone. So after the song, we'll come back, we'll talk about this guitar some more, and then we'll get out of here. Alright, boys, without further ado, here's the song.
Son of a bitch.
Alright, so that is the guitar, man. That's what this thing sounds like. That song is called Evil Twin off of my third Luna Muerte EP. It is also the theme song for this channel in 2019. I re-recorded it, threw some cool little Predator samples in there, redid the drums a little bit, used this guitar for the guitar tones, and I think it sounds sick, man. Which brings me to my conclusion of this guitar. It is a piece of history, and it can certainly do some metal tones, that's for sure. It's not as aggressive as like my Schecter or my Strandberg per se with the Fishmans, but it can certainly do the job. And what it lacks for in aggression, it certainly makes up for in warmth. I thought it had a really nice, warm, organic tone. It didn't sound harsh, brittle, or like thin or anything. It sounded just like huge, warm, and very resonant. I hope that makes sense. I'm not gonna give any negatives for a guitar that's 41 years old. I mean, that's really dumb, but this is a piece of American history, man, and I'm so happy that I have it in my possession. And yeah, I'll keep it forever, boys. So I'm just very happy that I found this. This is an excellent find, a huge investment. I'm just very, very fortunate. So what do you guys think of this guitar? Leave it all down below in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you again, as always, for your continued support. Really, guys, thank you. Really, really appreciate it. If you're brand new to my channel, thank you so much for sticking around to the end of this video. If you'd like to become a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. I'd really, really appreciate it, alright? As always, my dudes, as always, stay metal, and I'll see you guys next time.